of Unhoped frontman Jyri Luostarinen
Yeah.
and Unhoped bassist Samu Parviainen.
Yeah.
Now, starting things off, when one searches Unhoped on the site blabbermouth.net, you come up under the Finnish Metal Awards. Please go on about the Finnish Metal Awards, and how did you manage to successfully make it onto their list?
Well, Finnish Metal Awards it's an award gala where there's different medias that go on the polls about the best singers and the best bands and the best live acts and so on. So people can vote freely on these matters, and the best ones, the number one bands, are awarded in the Finnish Metal Awards that takes place in Finnish Metal Expo in Helsinki.
And we just
It's
just
yeah we
put
just
on
yeah
Facebook and so on.
yeah we promoted it ourselves, so it's because of our fans that we were on the seventh.
Yeah.
We were the seventh.
And there was also
greatest band.
almost 40,000 votes given, but we don't know about those results, anything. So it's a mystery.
We didn't get the trophy, so fuck off.
But maybe better luck this year.
I see. Anything else to say about the Finnish Metal Awards, Samuel?
I don't know.
Well,
It's a little bit maybe mainstream
yeah,
even, but it is fine.
yeah. Turisas, do you know the band?
Not yet.
Turisas, it's the Finnish folk metal band. They got most of the votes, so I think that their support from foreign lands, because they're pretty big in Europe, they're bigger in Europe than in Finland. I guess they got most of their votes from out. They get most of their votes from Europe. So, because if all of the voters would have been Finnish, I don't think they would have got to the number one polls. But their singer was number one. They were the number one band, and they had the number one album. So it's pretty complicated because it's in the internet, the vote.
I see. Do you feel it was appropriate that voters outside of Finland greatly influenced the Finnish Metal Awards results?
Well, it's their own opinion, and they have their word on the Finnish metal bands, because metal scene is not that big in Finland. Well, it's been like waves. In the late 80s, there was huge speed and thrash metal movement in Finland, and then it died in the 90s, and now in the 2000s it's been growing because of Children of Bodom and Nightwish and so on.
And tourists.
And Turisas. Yeah.
After last year.
Tell me, guys, how was the song Tidal Wave composed?
Well,
That's my favorite on
yeah.
Die Harder.
Yeah, almost all of our songs are being composed by Kalle, our other guitarist. He's at his home and he plays the riffs and gets them together, and when the time is right, he brings the song to the rehearsal place, and then we check out it, and well, if it's good, then we keep on it. And I guess because I wasn't in the band at the time when that song was made, was the target to get one slow song for the album.
I don't know, but it is a slow song. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's our ballad. Ballad.
It's our ballad song and our hit song. But
Radio song.
Yeah, radio song. It could have been played in the Finnish radio.
It's too it's too brutal for Finnish radios.
Yeah. Fuck it. Tässä on nyt tää haastelu, hei.
Now, personally, guys, what was your favorite song from Die Harder, as well as your favorite song from this new album you've been working on?
My favorite is the serpent's color, the priest's colors on the serpent's neck, because I myself, I work with children, and to bring out the pedophilia thing, as when it was the couple of years ago when Catholic churches came out with this problem with their priests, and now it was in 2011, the spring, when there popped up hundreds of cases of these acts in Finnish churches. So it made me think about this, and it's pretty important to me to bring out this kind of sickness to the people, because if you don't think about this shit, then you forget it.
You have anything to say, Sam?
I think my favorite is Art of War, Written in Blood. And why? I'm quite a great fan of Second World War theme, and it's the lyrical theme is a little bit, you know, the Operation Barbarossa in Russia.
In the Eastern Front.
Yeah.
When the Germans tricked into the Russia.
And they surrounded the whole city about the...
Of Stalingrad for 3,000 days.
And
I don't know, 3,000.
2,000 days, wow.
Yeah, that's pretty long.
But almost 1 year for starving and...
hunger and death and pain.
But it is, I think, war is always good theme.
Yeah, it's always a
writing
good thing.
songs.
Yeah, if you do lyrics of war from this passive side, so like the Slayer song Angel of Death, it's not made to glorify the acts, and it's not made to judge them. It's just documentation, sorry. I drank some beer today, so my English is not that good.
I see. What kind of beer are you drinking?
This is Koff. It's a Finnish brand. Like most of the Finns do, they drink Finnish beer. And this is not the best beer in Finland. In my honest opinion, the greatest is Karhu, which is bear in English, straight translation. It's the strongest taste in Finnish beer, and luckily most of the Finnish bars give Karhu to the bands who play there.
And Sam, what are you drinking?
Lapin Kulta, Lapland Gold.
Yeah.
This is organic beer. Also
hippie beer.
Yeah, it is quite good. I like the taste.
Now, getting back to your music, when was your song in Eternal Infernal composed? I noticed you posted that on your SoundCloud some months ago.
It was possibly in spring. It was the third song to come up in our new release. And I had some lyrics in mind for the next song that would come up. And it hit quite great to those feelings. Sometimes when I do lyrics, I just roll things in my head and they come up. And just when Kalle brings a new song to our rehearsal place, and then I think that how would these maybe go to this song? And that hit great. In my opinion, there's pretty great chorus to it. Okay.
Now, Sam, what kind of things did you think about when this song was being composed?
I don't know. It was quite a stunning feeling. It was pretty hard
and old school.
And brutal and old school. And I like that kind of stuff a lot.
It's
so it is. I think on a new record,
it's pretty dominating the old school side.
Yeah, and there is, I think all songs we are recorded on this next album, they are all so good. I can't even top anyone.
Yeah, they're all pretty great.
It's
and
quite solid.
And
So,
every song is, they're dealing with different lyrical themes on them. So one is about war, like always. The title track, if we can tell it now, it's we decided that it's called Nuclear Death. So it's pretty cheesy title for our album, but it's fucking hard.
but back to Infernal, I think it's the grooviest song.
Yeah,
on the
it's
album.
got, it's possibly even the slowest one.
Yeah. But the whole album is about tempo is
it's
220 and there is one song with 215.
15.
No, 35. So it's one of the slowest songs.
Yeah.
One of the
No.
slowest songs.
Tell me, how fast do you guys get in your music, though?
Did we get any faster than on Die Hard?
Yeah, all songs are pretty much faster than Die Hard, but when we recorded that live record of that you have also heard and everybody else, there was, I think, tempos were around 250.
Yeah. So it's
But it is a little bit dropped from there.
yeah, so that it is precise to play to the record. But since we have played some songs of Die Harder in the live situations, the tempos always get pretty high. And
you know the song Endless Walker on Die Harder?
the blast beat one.
Yeah, starts with blast beat. So on live acts,
It always gets out of fucking hand.
Yeah, Mikko has so much hurry on these songs. So the whole song starts from almost 300 BPM and stands still.
But to see the live action of ours, on the next record you can see that we have played faster stuff live than on the Die Harder, I guess. You can see that.
Would you expect maybe you'll make some of these songs like, say, 350 or 400 BPMs sometime in the future?
Now that's
brutal.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's grindcore. So I don't get that we ever get to that point. We don't always. We never make songs for the sake of just to have the speed on them. We always make songs that they will be playable and they will be working on the live situation on the record, so that you don't just make this Napalm Death. What is that song called? The 3-second song.
Suffer.
You suffer.
You suffer, but why? We don't never do that kind of stuff because it's for. I think it's a joke to make 3-second songs.
But you know, the live picking is at 200 BPM, so
Yeah.
I think this 220 tempo is quite good.
Yeah, it's quite good. Most of the songs are patrolling on this.
Yeah.
Over 200 BPM, but not in 300, so it's way too fast.
Only Endless Walker.
Yeah, only Endless Walker on the live situation.
Yeah.
Now, can you speak about some of the other recent songs Unhoped has been working on for this next album?
Well, we have 5 songs for the next release. We don't call it an album because It's got 5 songs, so you can't really call it a full-length album. So, well, first one...
Let's talk EP.
Yeah, EP. Extended... So, the first song that we wrote was almost a year ago for this new release, and it's called Empire of Lies, and it deals with the mafia type of themes. And the second one that came after that was pretty fast, blast beat paced song. That the project name was Pestilence, and because Samu came up with the lyrics that dealt with Black Death and leprosy and that kind of stuff, we decided to leave it Pestilence. So that's one of the most brutal tracks on the album. It's pretty fast, and there's
Fast and heavy.
Yeah, it's fast and heavy. It's got it's got pretty heavy themes on it. And the third one was Eternal Infernal, which came out, and after that we got 2 songs at the same time. The first one was called The Modern State of Sodomy, which deals some misanthropic themes to come up with church and well, reality TV is kind of a big theme on the song.
Jersey Shore.
Yeah, Jersey Shore and 16 and pregnant. Some stupid brain dead entertainment that I despise.
And last song, the title album.
Yeah, the title track for the EP, The Nuclear Death. And I guess I don't have to describe any more of the lyrics, but it's got some blast beats on it too, and it's or it's number 1 or it's the number 2 most track on the record. I don't know, these two, the Pestilence and Nuclear Death, compete on each other, and I don't know which one wins.
Tell me, guys, what kind of time signatures did you explore in making this EP?
Well, I guess it's the 4/4. There's not much of tricks on the record. We don't have those Slayer. We don't have those kind of tricks.
Strict thrash metal.
Yeah, it's just we have
Nothing else.
Yeah, we have nothing else. We just play forward. Maybe some. There is on the Pestilence track. There is a riff that goes pretty progressive on the time signature means, but no one of us knows.
Dudes?
So I don't know. It just came out and it fits the song. Maybe it's 3/4, but after that it goes straight for the thrash.
Now, who will be doing the cover art for your next album?
We
haven't decided yet.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, there's one name that has popped up
many times.
Yeah, it's Mark Riddick. We haven't asked him yet, but we thought about Mark Riddick, who has done some black and white t-shirts for bands like Legion of the Damned. So it came out because the theme is Nuclear Death. I guess he would take some morbid visions on the cover.
And maybe it's, if you have seen his artworks, it may be if he draws something for Nuclear Death, it may be quite different what he has
done. Yeah, because there's always these popes and priests and maggots come out from their eyes. I hope we get him, but because we don't have the infinite amount of money, we're not pretty sure about the artist for our cover art.
Now, I was speaking to Jyri, and he was telling me about maybe using Olli Huhtinen, who mastered your CD Die Harder, as a producer. How did you make his acquaintance?
Well, Olli doesn't produce our CD. I guess
he's just pressing delete.
Yeah, he just pressed delete. He says, "Oh, that's a shit take. Delete."
and once there was a
nice in Die Harder sessions there was a pretty nice drum track for one song or
one song.
Yeah, and when it came to the save phase, he just pressed delete
and then save.
Okay, and Mikko, you can play it again.
But Olli is our old friend, so he's a drummer also. And this TCR Studios are a local little studio, so and this in Olli's house apartment downstairs there is a drum recording room. So it is I think best place here to record drums.
And cheap.
Anything else?
Well, to say about the production, Kalle is the one who has his
last word.
Yeah, he has his last word and he has the strings in his hands. So when we were recording the vocals, he said, "Oh, that's shit," and when it wasn't shit, he was like, "Oh yeah." So he says what works and what doesn't.
Do you ever get like an in-between reaction from him? Or is it just like one thing or the other?
Excuse me?
Do you ever get any reaction from him that's like in between those two reactions? Or no?
Well, he says that it's okay. So I guess that will do, but... Well, of course... He gets exhausted if he every time says, "Oh yeah!"
Yeah. Now, your guitarist, Kay Lanto, might be the producer as well.
Yeah.
And may possibly mix and master your material. What other bands has he worked with, and do you know of his education as a recording engineer?
Well, Kalle has worked with Mave and Truthborn, where he plays guitar. Too. The Maveth is pretty blackened technical death metal.
And he's recorded and I think he has mixed also. And Reborn, he has
recorded and mixed, I guess. Reborn is pretty old school Swedish type of death metal with the slow songs and thrash beats on the drums and that kind of low tuned stuff.
And how he has learned these engineering skills. He just reads Ultimate Metal Forum and his new section.
Yeah, he has learned it all by himself because I think he's done it for over 10 years. Almost 10 years.
No, I think he's born with it.
Yeah, it's in his blood.
Now, what are some bands that you enjoy as touring mates?
Every band that's not filled with fucking posers. I don't know. Well, we haven't met that kind of band yet, because in Finland there are quite a few bands that play the same kind of stuff like we. But for the next year's shows, we have been talked with a band called Corpsest to do a couple of gigs with us, and then we see if they are great guys. Our drummer Mikko has talked with the guys
And knows.
Yeah,
Few of them.
and knows few of them, and I guess Kalle was with them in Denmark.
Yeah, with Rupon.
Yeah, they were playing at quite a big death metal festival with those guys.
For next year, what type of concert packages or festivals do you see your band playing next year?
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know yet. There are some club gigs, of course, and we hope that we would get to play some festivals that are pretty, well, if I can say, close-minded for the type of music. There is this one called Steelfest that has the thrash, black, and death metal bands only on their catalog. So there's Sodom and Destruction there, yeah, on the next summer. So that would be great, but I don't know yet.
Let's see.
We see.
What would you say is the hardest night of the week to perform as a touring musician?
To be sober.
Yeah, when you have to be sober, that's that's the most horrible one. But, well, I guess our gigs have been only on the weekends.
Yeah.
So, we don't know that yet, but in Finland, it's, if you play on the cities like here on the center of Finland, or the eastern part of Finland, there is not that much of people to come out to the bars in the week. So, well, it depends. If it is a large city with big, if there's lots of students and that kind of stuff, then there might be some population. But our gigs have always been on the weekend, and most of them are not in those kind of bars that there comes out some people in the weekend. So, well, I don't know. If there's lots of people, then it's good. And if there are not, then we play on the 100%.
If you could take a plane to go to any city in the world and stay there for 2 weeks in order for you to be inspired to write new music, where would you go, and what kind of music would you expect to write on this expedition?
Well, I guess if it's up to Kalle, our main songwriter, I guess he would go to the place where he could see as much of hockey as he could get. And I don't think it would affect on the songwriting that much, because he is our dictator to come up with the ideas, and he keeps true to his style. Sometimes he has more death metal influence on his songs, and sometimes there's more thrash, but he keeps it stylistically perfect on his own mind. So we don't come up with progressive songs or pop songs or gay melodies in our songs. I guess it wouldn't affect on the songs that we do, because we try to stay true to our style. Let's see what the people say when we release the next one.
Now, if somebody could step into your shoes and see the world through your eyes, what do you think they would say?
Fuck.
Yeah. I don't want to leave this planet anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. I don't know. I guess they would see large quantity of beer bottles, empty beer bottles, and
They might see this, if you can see this.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is our guitarist Aku, and he's having
his practice shirt.
Yeah,
practice shirt on him. So I guess it wouldn't be nice for anyone to see that, because his hair from here is coming out, and it's pretty nasty.
Guys, what do you think the biggest mistake musicians made when Napster appeared was?
They played in Metallica. That was probably the biggest. I don't know. It's pretty hard to say when you're not in the band that makes a lot of money out from selling records and that stuff. So it's pretty hard to say your opinion about illegal downloading of songs and albums.
For us, maybe it is more good thing.
Yeah, maybe it's for the smallest bands.
Yeah, you got heard. More widely.
Because you can buy our CDs outside of Finland, nearly from where. So for us it might be good, and for some, I guess I thought about this thing today, and I came up with that because the biggest bands nowadays, like Iron Maiden, Slayer, and Metallica, they don't do albums in like 2009 and the next one comes up in 2011. They don't do it anymore. I guess it's because record companies don't have enough money to put them in studio anymore, so they have to gig to get their salaries. But I don't know, for us it might be good, and for the biggest one it might be bad. And then there's some guys like Dave Grohl that have enough money to say that fuck him all. He doesn't care about that. But I don't know. We show the green light.
What ideas have you heard discussed to better guarantee a sale of CDs and vinyl going into 2013?
I don't know. It's all about the attitude. I myself have never downloaded a full album of songs of any band. I have always bought the albums. But, well, today there's Spotify to let people listen to music for free and legal. But I don't know. I don't have much of opinion about this. What do you say?
I think same way. It is I think it is.
It's a blessing and it's a curse.
Like Jyri just said, for bands like us, for small bands, not so known bands, it is good that you can download the album like Pirate Bay and other torrent sites and peer-to-peer networks and so on. But I prefer to buy CDs. It's not so big thing to pay $6 on, or in Finland €8 for our album. There is those guys also who came to wind up about the price. I think he's just a moron.
Yeah, they're just moron. There was this incident on this week. It came out via Facebook that the Finnish pop singer's album was on the Pirate Bay, and it was added by the record label or some kind of scum that were behind that. They were uploaded the album on there, and when people downloaded it, there came.
They tracked it to IP address and they got that owner of the computer.
And there came.
It was a 9-year-old girl who downloaded one pop singer's album, and she just wanted to know what it sounds like before she buys the album. And the father of hers had to pay about 600.
Yeah, there came a letter on the post that says that you have to pay 600 euros because you have downloaded this album illegally, and he refused, and the police came and took his fucking computer and says that if you pay 600 euros now, you get off without any inconvenience, but he refused. So it's pretty sick to come up in this modern world that they're like in Gestapo and they come and steal your stuff and say that if you pay now, you don't get any consequences. It's fucking sick in the world like this and this state of Finland.
Yeah.
So what do the police do when they confiscate the people's stuff? Do they just like sell it on eBay or Tradera or something?
Yeah, they get the computer and they check out when you have downloaded the shit and what have you done. If there is some kind of torrent downloading program or
anything else,
and
without the license that you have, if you haven't paid anything, they will check it out, and if there is connections between those
sites,
I mean federations like this. Damn, I lost the word. But you know what I mean. So, if there is any more illegal stuff in his computer, he might have to pay more.
$1,000 check for American porn industry.
Yeah.
But I'm not supporter of illegal downloading, but I'm not supporter of violating human rights. Just like that, you have to pay now, and then we keep it silent. But if it's fucked up.
Finishing things off, when you let your mind wander, what 3 unhoped songs keep coming back to you about how important they are to you?
Well, I say the priest's colors on the serpent's neck, because it deals with the lyrics that I came up and they are pretty important to me. And then I'd say well, Eternal Infernal is pretty great track on our newest release. It got pretty great lyrics, of course. They all got, because most of them are mine, but well, I like that kind of stuff, dealing with passive style of dealing with lyrics about war and that kind of stuff. And from the first record, where I even wasn't, I'd say Empty Cell, because it's always a shitload of fun to play that live.
And I think I say from next album, Pestilence, because I think there is a quite sickened lyrics about the leprosy, and it is quite a historical. There is a historical connection in Finland history. There is an island where all those leprosy people was taken, and there was also even a doctor or anything else, just a priest and tried the Bible
and holy water to drink. And then you would be cured when you find the Christ.
Yeah. And also those people who were in the island, the only job they do there is digging own graves and
build their coffins.
Yeah. It is quite sick. Couple of centuries ago, if I remember right.
I guess 300 years ago.
Wait, what was this historical event you're referring to that happened 300 years ago?
There was this island called Saili, and it was a leprosy hospital, and there were always the retarded people there,
and also
and there
leprosy peasants and
There were no doctors. There were only priests who
tried to cure them
Yeah,
with
they tried
holy
to,
water. And
yeah, they
Bible.
tried to cure them with holy water and Bible. But if you just talk to people and give them water, I guess if they don't have diarrhea, they won't cure.
Yeah. And the next song, I think, from Die Hard, I think Art of War. It's always nice to play. It's groovy.
Groovy. Do a microphone, baby.
I don't know. It is just great song. And from the First Blood EP, I think Empty Shell. It's always fun to play.
It's a great start for a gig.
Yeah. Many live shows we have played, we have started with Empty Shell. It starts with 220 BPM, so
It
gives
it's
you
fast enough.
Yeah, it gives you a nice punch from the fist straight to your face.
To your gut. To your anus.
Yes.
Any final words?
Buy CDs.
Or fuck off.
Awesome. This has been the WMSC interview of Unhoped by Nick Perkel.